What's up, everybody? Welcome to my podcast. This is episode 5, I believe. 6? Episode 6? Hope all is well. Just wanted to kind of get right into it. I wanted to talk about the different fin setups from thrusters, twin fins, quads. All right. I've been mainly surfing thrusters for my whole surfing career. From a competitive standpoint and just overall performance, that's kind of like what the go-to fin set is, thrusters. And I would say overall, for the sense of like real high performance surfing, thrusters is probably the better overall fin for sure. But in the past year, as I've been playing around with more fin setup, I've been mainly getting, for the past like 6-7 years, I work with a shaper, Eric Arakawa, and that's where all my more of my high performance shortboards and step ups and whatnot that I get. And when I was really young, I also worked with a shaper. His name's Mark Puin, and his boards are MP Hawaii Surfboards, and he's made me such super fun shortboards. And also he made me maybe 5 years ago this kind of like hybrid fish board, and it was a little bit out of my comfort zone because I don't usually ride boards like that so much. Anyways, with that being said, in the past 6 months, he's sent me a twin fin board, and I've been using it with a little trailer fin and a quad set, or not a quad set, but a short board, but for quad fins setup. Man, I tell you right now, the twin fin with the little trailer in the back has changed my stokeness to a whole new level, especially when the waves are like half a foot, shin, knee high, with waist high sets, just grindy mush. And not in the sense of just cruise mode, but just in a performance matter, the board has been responding very, very well. And it just has that liveliness and whatnot that your traditional high performance shortboard just may be lacking in certain conditions. And with that twin fin and trailer, so super fast and lively and responsive. And I just think there's so much room for growth there, and so much more details and in the sense of the board shape, customizing it for the fins. And the board that I've been using isn't just your overall traditional fish board with twin fin. It's like a regular 511, a little thicker, somewhat a little wider twin fin board. And the board's just been freaking mental, man. It's been so fun. And then the quad fin it feels real fast, and it's nice off the edge in the sense of swooping turns. I haven't ridden it enough to really go in depth about it, but it does have that more, shortboard feeling, like a thruster. Just, it's not as pivoty, I would say. But it does have that same shortboard feeling. As for the twin fin with the trailer, that board has that board has that summertime feel board where it's a little bit more buoyant and flowy through mush, but it also responds just very loose and lively. And the more I ride that twin fin board I don't use just the twin fins. It feels a little bit too squirrely, loose for me. So just adding that little extra trailer in the back has been a huge game changer, night and day. But the more I ride that board for the past few months, and I've been using it almost every day, I'm starting to really figure out my pressure points on it, and I'm surfing it like I don't think you could tell that I was on like a twin fin trailer, like it almost looks like I'm just riding like a normal thruster. I've been like, man, I swear, I think if I just brought the board in just slightly bit, like the board that I'm using right now, this twin fin, if I just slightly brought in the width, just a tad, and just a very tad brought down the width, not the width, but the thickness, the volume. Ooh, could be like a game changer for like how I've been surfing lately. Gives you like that modern feel, but with that like with that thruster feel, little looseness, but that has that like extra speed. It's like this extra sense of fastness when you're riding this twin fin trailer set. Oh man, there's so much to be said about it, but I think mainly what's important is that you're having fun and that you're progressing and that you have that like fire. I've been doing this for a while, I'm in my 30s now, and it's just like it definitely kind of psychs me up, and I'm driving down to the beach and it's like half a foot and grindy, and then I got a variety of options here. I got my thruster. Okay, today's not looking good for the thruster. I got my twin fin trailer. I'm like, okay, this is looking like a twin fin day. Or if it's like maybe like knee to waist or knee to chest high, and just kind of like where I could ride my thruster, but also I'm like, it's a little fat. It's like, oh, I can go with the quad, super fast and just like very drivey and long lines. So if you're building a quiver and you can invest into it, I would say have your thruster, but get your twin fins and get your quads. I know boards and stuff are expensive, but believe me, I've been building my quiver for a very long time. And yeah, do it, man. And if you're on the islands, Mark, he's from Maui, but he shapes on the Big Island too. And if you guys are interested in boards from him, just hit me up and I will link that. And yeah, it's just kind of what I want to touch base today. Like I wanted to kind of talk about thrusters, and I guess I went into depth kind of about the twin fins. I mean, I think we all have experience riding thrusters, and thrusters are just like high performance, in the pocket. Obviously, you can do tight wraps, tight turns. It's kind of like the all-around go-to setup. But I mean, nowadays, man, shapers there's a lot of great shapers, and if you're thinking a little bit, I wouldn't even say outside the box, because people were writing these types of setups for a very long time, but it's kind of coming back more into play with just technology and the way craftsmen's now and stuff. So for me, it's super cool because I'm kind of figuring this out a little bit later, and yeah, it's been great. So until next time, I want to start getting in. I'm going to start talking more so about epoxy and like epoxy boards and PU, because I just always ride PU. I never run epoxy, and I'm very interested in epoxy. So yeah, I'm actually going to have Mark Puin on the podcast next week if he's available, and that would be really cool for us to go in depth a little bit about board designs and all that. All right, I'll talk to everyone soon. Thank you for tuning in. Aloha and take care.